Today I'm going to make a layered deconstructed envelope. I'm still working on my pink journal, so I'm using pinks, but this is going to be my take on something I saw Natasha from Treasure Books do. This is going to be my inside pocket or envelope, and this will be the outside. So I'm going to set it aside for the moment. We'll start from the inside and work our way out. And I have marked on here, on this side, I marked the center. I've marked the top. I put a T up there so I know I want this piece to be my part that folds down for the flap on the envelope. This was the first one while I was trying to work it out with my wax papers. It's this kind of envelope where it has the flaps that are pointy like that. The outside one will be different. Anyway, I marked the center and I've marked the width of these flaps and where they need to be. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start folding these things in. Actually, it's going to end up folding the other way, but I'm going to do it on this side because I can see the white better than I can see on this busy pattern. Okay, that's the top. And I'm going to put these on these lines so I can tell what I'm doing. And keep my folds relatively straight. This is kind of tricky to get these to stay in place, so I'm going to put a little bit of washi tape on it to keep them from sliding around. I guess I'll use this because it's what I have. Just put a little bit on the corners and hope it doesn't tear it off when I take it off. Oh, come off my fingers. I wanted to say thank you to all my viewers and my new subscribers, as well as my subscribers who've been with me for a long time. I appreciate your support and that you help me reach a goal of 500 subscribers, and I appreciate that. I'm going to use this little stylus to score this if I can on this mat. I don't know if that's going to work or not, but I want it to be straight. Anyway, as I was saying, I hope that you get some helpful information from my videos and it helps you in your junk journal endeavors. Okay, and this one is there. Of course, it's all on lines, that don't have the little dots. It's on the part that's 1/8 of an inch, so I have to just kind of eyeball it. Maybe a little on the inside there, but that'll be all right. And then on this side, at that point, if you have a scoreboard or an envelope template, it's like a scoreboard for a envelope. Okay. Let's see how this does. Hopefully I can fold this down on those lines and see what I'm doing. Okay. I'm just going to take this off one at a time in case I need to go back and redo my scoring. I can just barely see that line. Maybe I'll do it this way. I'll just take it off. And hopefully I can hold it to the light or something and see that line. A scoreboard would be very helpful. I don't happen to have one, so. But I think that's going to work okay with that, with scoring that a little bit. Just kind of a little bit tricky. I went ahead and did all my measuring ahead of time because, I think I've said it before. To me, numbers are a design element, not something I want to deal with. And I have a hard time figuring out exactly what my measurement should be. So I didn't want to put you through that. Okay, where is the one on that one? Did I score it? I think I did. There we go. And this one is had done the other one and I made it a little larger. And then I realized that I was going to have trouble with making it fit on my page if I kept it that big. So I decided to redo it and do this one. And I hope that it will work out okay. That's my top. And this folds in. And is it straight? It's not straight. Okay. I think that looks pretty good. Let's see. Well, I don't know if it looks pretty good or not. It looks a little crooked. You know, I was real tempted to just fold this off camera, but I thought, well, maybe somebody would like to see how I'm doing this. So here I am struggling with it a little bit. Okay, that needs to be on that line. There, that's better. And this one needs to be on this line. Come on. That's the problem when you fold a piece of paper and then you want to refold it. It's a little bit hard to convince it not to go right back to that original fold. Okay. All right. Okay. Hopefully that is going to be okay. But that didn't look right. I do declare. Down a little bit. Definitely a scoreboard would help. That one looks pretty good. Okay. An easier way to do this would be just start out with an envelope that's already been made commercially, and you just can open it up and go from there. And that's another way you could do this, is to take an envelope, if you have one that's the right size, even if you don't like the design of it, you can open it up and lay it down on the paper, and then just draw around it and cut out the parts you don't need. And the parts I don't need are these little corners on those right there. So we're going to take care of that with the scissors and hope for the best. We have had some really nice weather the last few days, and it makes it so much more pleasant to walk, especially appreciated after such a hot summer we had. But we like to just be grateful that we survived it. But this is my favorite time of year, is when after the hot summer is over, we can just get back to a cooler time. And I always ask the Lord for a very long fall. That's my favorite thing. Okay, I hope I'm getting this cut on the right fold. If not, I'll just go back and do a little more trimming to it. Okay, one more. I kind of did a trial run on this, but I didn't take it all the way to finish with that, so I don't know if this is going to work out or not. But anyway, I did remember or realize that I needed to make it smaller so that it would fit on the page of my pink journal. I don't need that anymore. I don't need that. This part is going to be glued down, so I really didn't even need to worry about what was on that. Okay, I don't think I got it exactly right because these points don't look perfectly fine, but, you know. And I'm going to round the corners, too. This all folds to the inside. Like that. Now, see, that didn't look right. I'm going to cut that down and redo that a little bit. Okay. I'm going to see if I can do this without messing this up. And try to get these more alike. Plus, I'm going to cut that back up there too, so. Okay, let's see. That looks better. Oh, we're just going to skip this part and go directly to whatever happens next. I should have thought of just taking an existing envelope and deconstructing it instead of trying to build my own, but I didn't, so. Now this, let's see, this was this part. Yes. That could be a little further over, but we'll deal with it later. We'll move on to this piece that I have to cut up. On this one, I'm going to use a knife and my ruler. Actually, I'm going to use my long ruler. What this piece is going to look like is this. This would be an envelope that would be like a coin envelope or something, only it's bigger. And I'm not going to keep this long flap. I thought about it originally, but I decided it's too much bulk on here anyway, so I'm just going to have a little bit to go back and make that top edge stronger. And this is going to be a pocket here. So I need to cut off these pieces and these pieces up here. There's going to be a little bit of this there. So let's do it. Okay, I'm going to do this down here first. And I like to get it straight with my mat, so I feel like I'm cutting it straight. I don't know if that's false hope or not, because I didn't get it too straight on that other one, did I? Okay, have it straight. Looks pretty good. Okay, so I just go from this point right here. Okay. So from, I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave it a little bit in, and when I cut the other one, up. I must have to stand up and do this. So I can get it straight. Okay. I got it a little long there. Okay, there we go. And then on this side, I'm not going to come down past about there. Okay. And then I'm going to take my short ruler and cut this little piece here. And I may have to come back with the scissors and finish up that corner there. Okay. Okay. Oops. There we go. All right. Now I just need to do the top part up here. And I want to come up this way. I'm going to put that on that line, on a line, so I have that as a guideline to go by. And that didn't look straight. Takes a little bit of fiddling with it to get it right. Okay, I want to come from here, go there. I think I let it slip a little bit. Okay, I hope I got far enough there. And then I'm going to put this up, so I'll just go on up to this next inch mark up here and cut between here and there. this over here. I hope I'm not making this seem more complicated than it is. I think it's because I get freaked out by measurements and such. I don't get freaked out, but sometimes I do have difficulties with numbers, especially fractions of an inch. Okay. I'm going with the scissors again just to get into those corners. And oh, okay, I'll just do it that way. Just pull it out of there. Okay, that's the top. This is the bottom. What I intend to do is put this on the inside and have the doors open up from there. And I want to stencil pink on the back of this with the design so that it just needs to be on these two panels and the back of this. That's going to fold to the back, and these, and it's going to be glued down in the middle. So I don't have to worry about the center part of that. And on this one, I want to do all of this. Is that right? Is that what I was going to do, or was I going to do it this way and have it open up to this and put the scroll design on there? That's what I was going to do. Already gotten confused about what I'm doing. So, okay. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get my stencil and my ink. Let's see, where's the... I've been using Distress Oxide Victorian Velvet with this. And I'm going to get a brush. This is Tim Holtz. I don't know what this is called. It may have a number on it. It just says Stampers Anonymous, and I don't see a number or anything on this. I think it's a nice addition to have these swirled areas on the paper. It is it's decorative. That's what it is. Okay. I'm just going to let this run off the edge on this page. Okay, let's just do this. All right. This may shake, so I may have to cut out a lot of this because it's going to be pretty much the same thing. I'm just going to be putting some swirls on this page. But doesn't that look better? I mean, it's just so pretty there. And I don't know if that's enough or not. I think I'll put some across this corner. Just there. I don't want it to be too much, but then again, I don't want it to be too little. I think that looks good. I'm going to go with that. And do the same thing over here, or a similar thing. Maybe I'll turn the stencil over and the swirls will be going the opposite direction. Okay, let's see how that looks. Okay. And down here. Okay. I can always come back and add a little bit more if I think it needs it later. But I do need to do this piece down here. So we'll do that. Some people have wet this and then just smoosh it down on white paper. I haven't really been successful in doing that yet, but I do think it's a good idea. Clever idea. Okay, I just need some across here. Okay, I think that looks pretty. Okay, we're going to go with that. And put that over there. And this over there. Okay, I need to fold that down to that side. I'm just going to try to line it up here. I'm just doing this to make it sturdy, so when things are glued to this page and things are taken in and out of pockets and such, it'll be stronger. And I'm cutting this back so that it doesn't stick out at all. There. Okay. Now this I'm going to fold. This is this way. This comes up. And then I just need to fold in these pieces. It's about that right there. I made this about 5 7/8 is what I did. I've already forgotten what I did. Well, that's 5 1/2, so it's not quite that, but that's exactly the width of my page, so I may need to come in a little more. But since I've already done that, I may not. I guess it would hurt it to have a little extra fold there. And bring this one over. Like that. Okay. Now, that piece is hanging off. I'm going to round the corners on this. I think that would look pretty. Straighten this up a little bit. See what this measures. It's just under 5 1/2, so I might have to stick it out over the edge of the page or something. I don't know. My journal, I keep adding pages or thinking about adding pages to it, and maybe getting a little thick. Or I could just cut this back a little bit right here and make it straighter. Hopefully. And fold this side in just a tiny bit more. And then I need to cut that off again. This is kind of crafting by the seat of your pants. Flying by the seat of my pants. That's how I always heard that. Okay. Okay, I think that looks pretty. It's a little close there, but let's see what we've got on inches. Just under 5 1/2, so I'd intended to fold this back that way. I may think about that. I'm going to glue this piece right here down. I can do that without any concern of it being wrong. I'm going to use glue stick. This is Elmer's Craft Bond Extra Strength Glue Stick. Okay. Now, I don't know if the door should go that way or go this way. That looks prettier. It's got more of the swirls on it that way. So maybe I'll do it that way. Get this paper back. Also have this piece that I can do some other things with. And let's see, which was my top? I think that was my top up there. I'm not real happy with the way that looks right there. Or was this my top? That was my top. It was this way. And that, I think that needs to be cut back a little bit there. I don't know if I can match this up and see what's going on or not. Yes. Well, looks like I was off a good bit. I think I'm just going to take my scissors and cut that and cut the other side and see what happens. I hope it works out. Turn this over this way. Cut this side. All right, and let's see. We'll see what happened with that. Well, I think it's better. It looks more like it fits in there. I'm also going to just round this off a little bit here. And over here. And I'm going to try to round these corners again. I don't know how well it's going to work. Not very. It kind of needs to be a 45-degree angle to work well. There, that worked okay. Okay. Get my crumbs out of the way. I think I just put them on me. For better or for worse, it is what it is. Gonna have to live with it. Okay. I'm gonna glue this little pocket up. And I'm just wondering if I want to fold it edge down so it's a little bit sturdy there. And I'm gonna nip those corners just on there. I think I am just going to turn that back ever so slightly right there. And I'm going to turn it to the inside. Okay, I'm just going to glue that down with Fabri-Tac and make that edge strong. Right there. And then I'm going to glue the sides so that it's a pocket. I'm just going to put some little tags or something small in this pocket just to have a little extra something in this outside piece, because basically it's just concealing this piece on the inside. So look how that turned out. Isn't that something? That's what they call serendipity. And maybe that too, where it's that way. Okay, so I am ready, I think, I hope, to glue this piece in. And I'm thinking that I'll put it fairly close to the top. Oh, I still need to put some stencil on this too. So we'll do that real quick. It just needs to be on the flaps because the back part's going to be glued down. So Sorry, the table's shaking the camera. I think I'll turn it over. Just for a little variety. There. Maybe this will conceal some of my wonky edges. We can hope. I do think the best idea would be to find an envelope that you like the size of and just use it as a template instead of trying to construct it from the get-go. Unless there are envelope templates that you could use, so that would be an option. And okay, I think that was the one that I had designated as my top flap. So we'll see how that looks. That's not too bad. All said and done. Okay, I am going to put this in here. I'm going to have something here to hold the flaps down. And that's going to be all. I'm just going to glue it down. I think I am going to leave the top edge open, though, just in case. You never know what you might want to stick in there. And it doesn't really need to be glued hard and fast anyway, so I'll just do this. I hope you've been able to see what I'm doing. Every time I film, I feel like I've never done it before. It's like I have to get into the swing of it. I hope that doesn't come across too much and be annoying. I don't want to be annoying. Okay, if I'm going to have that as a pocket up there, I need to have a little bit of room here. So I will do it like that. Okay. That closes, that closes. Oops, I think I want it that way. I have some little things to go in here. I think I'm going to glue this in as a little side tuck pocket right there. This is just the front off of a thank you note, and it said thank you right there. It was already cut down some, so I just put a butterfly over the, I think it said the. And I'm going to around that corner so that it looks like it's a pocket there. And then I have this little piece that I think, since I changed the size of my envelope, it's not going to work anymore unless I do something creative and clip it on somewhere else. I may have to rework that. But I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. I like it. Stop. I did a community post today and asked the question of what would you be most excited about to find at a thrift shop or wherever you like to go to look for things to use in your journals. So go by and vote your preference if you think about doing it. Of course, this is not going to go up until Thursday, so it'll be old by then. Maybe some people will have found it. Okay. So that's that. I don't know if I could put this in here. It's too tall to do that because it has to fit there. That's a little bit of that potato bag behind that stamp. Isn't that a pretty stamp? I just love that stamp. I'm going to bring it up so you can look at it a little closer. Hopefully I'm holding it straight so you can see it. There's a corner there. Anyway, it's a French stamp. I don't know how old it is, but anyway, I thought that was pretty. And I guess I'll be reworking this piece to make it go. For now, I'll just put it in sideways. And then this folds, that folds in, that folds up, this folds down. And I need a closure there, something like that maybe. Or something a little stiffer, I think, to go there. And then this will close on top of that, this way. And I'll have something here. I may put a ribbon behind it or something and tie it or something like that. I haven't decided what I'm going to do there. I do think that I will use it on a page. I bought a book at the thrift store the other day. It's a American history kind of, it focuses on several things of American history, like the Civil War. There was a little bit about that, and the Gold Rush, and Henry Ford, and things. But it has different kinds of paper in there. Some of them are slick and printed on with colored, 4-color ink. And the others are just more of a textured paper, like, I don't know what you call that, laid paper. It has a surface to it you can feel, and it's just black and white type on that. Anyway, what I was going to say is I'm thinking I'm going to take one of those pages and fold it in half and add it to my pink journal, and this may end up on one of those pages. Thank you so much for coming by and spending time with me today and making this, let's see what I call it, a layered, deconstructed envelope. So there it is, and I appreciate your coming by and watching, and I hope to see you next time. If you think about it, give me a thumbs up. I appreciate it very much too. Bye now.